Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortewada. In this video, we will learn how to include our JavaScript into HTML. And we have different ways of including this. We'll learn all the ways of including the JavaScript in your HTML. So let me quickly jump into another slide. So here we can see there are two types of JavaScript inclusion into our HTML, that is internal script and external script. First we'll learn about internal script and then we'll learn about external script. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code to see with an example. So now what I'm doing is I have created one index.html and this is my basic index.html file where you can see a standard HTML content. And now what I want to do is I want to include my script file. So if I want to include any of the script content, you can use a script tag. So let me use that script tag internally inside this HTML file itself. So what I'm doing is just I'm writing a script tag, and inside the script tag you can just use any of the JavaScript logic. So whatever the script you want to write, you can write inside this script tag. For example, for now I'm just using a console.log of some value. So let me use hello world, and I'll tell you completely about the console.log and what we can write inside the script, what are the logics we can execute in the further videos. For now, this console.log will show you the value of this hello world inside the script by running whole this script tag. So where to place this script tag? You can place the script tag at any place, but it varies according to the usage. So now what I'll do is I'll tell you where we can use this script tag. So I'm using inside the head tag as a first priority. Let me go here, and I'm running this at this localhost. If you want to run this at localhost, then you can use simply like an extension that is nothing but a live reload extension, that is live server. So I have installed this live server, and that is how I'm able to run this by using this live server. Now let me go here. It will be like reloading automatically whenever you change something in the index.html. Let me inspect this. So whenever you want to see the HTML content, you will use elements tag. In the same way, whenever you want to see some logic or some output which is given by the script tag, then you can go with console tab. So here there is a console tab and you can see this hello world. So hello world has been executed. Now this is a way we can execute some set of content in our script tag. I can place the script tag even at the bottom. So let me cut this and put it over here out of the body and between the HTML tag. Let me format this and save this. Go here. Now you can see once I reload, you can see that hello world again. That means this time it is rendering at 55th line. That means first it will load all your content and then it will load your script tag. But if you place the script tag on the top at the head level, then your script tag will run first and then the body tag will run next. So that's why your placement also matters in few cases. In this case, we are just using the script tag for printing the console. So no worries, wherever you want, you can keep it. But sometimes there could be a situation where you want to access this h1 tag and do some logic on the script load. In that cases, you can't use the script tag in the head one, because by the time of the script load, this head one will not be loading. So that's why we have to use that script tag at the bottom. So I'll show you with some examples in the further videos. For now, we will learn how exactly we will use this script tag. So now you can place in head tag or in the body tag. And let me show you some other things like how to use this script tag from an external file or within the body. So you can just cut this and put it inside your h1 like this. You can do this way also. Let me go here and just refresh. You got the same output. So that means wherever you want, you can keep that script tag, and this script tag content will not be visible on your HTML document. So you can see the output. Whenever you want to see the output, then you can use something like console.log, and we have many mechanisms where we can communicate with HTML and JavaScript. Now, for example, if you are writing lot of code inside the script, example, you will be writing some functions. We'll discuss all about the functions in the upcoming videos as well. Just let me write something like this: console.log of I am inside a function, something like this. I can write n number of lines of code. That means you can write hundreds of lines of code. But the problem is, whenever you place the script tag inside this HTML content, you are not using modularity. That means you are not using a script or the logical part as a separate context. Instead, we are using HTML and the context of business logic together. So it will be like bit clumsy, and it is always bit confusion and the length of the file will get increased. So that's why we will not use that script tag internally if you have more number of lines. I suggest if you have more than 3 lines of code inside the script file, then always try to jump onto the external file. So how to create an external file? If you want to create an external file, just you have to give a name followed by .js extension. So if you have .js extension, then you are trying to create a external JavaScript file. What we'll do inside this file? So no need to write this script tag. Just you can cut this content and put it over here. So it works the same way. But this script tag should helpful for linking our external JavaScript file. So now index.html is an independent file and index.js is also an independent file. What we can do is we want to link this index.html to index.js. So what we'll do, we'll write a script tag, but now we'll not write our script content inside this. Instead, we will use something called as src, that is a source file where we are getting it. I will be getting this source file by using a relative path. Let me use a relative path dot slash index.js and save this. Now let me go here and just refresh this. Again, you are able to see hello world, but this time we are seeing this hello world in index.js 1. That means the line number 1. So this is another file for us. So that's how we can create our external file, and that external file we can link to our script tag by using an src attribute. So now we came up with one more tag along with the src attribute. So I spoke about number of tags and attributes in my HTML series. Please watch that so that you will understand in a better fashion about HTML content. So that's about your inclusion of JavaScript within the file and external file. And there are the placements where we have to use the script file. I'll let you know after a couple of videos where we will learn all different types of content about the JavaScript, and then we'll come back where to use and when to use which syntax and where to place exactly the script tag. Some advantages of external JavaScript. So by using external JavaScript, we have reusability, readability, and efficient performance. Coming to reusability, instead of writing everywhere the same script logic, you can write at one place and you can use at n number of places. And coming to the readability, there will be no clumsiness between your HTML and JavaScript. JavaScript will be completely separated and the readability is easy. And efficient performance. So whenever you have a JavaScript as an external file, whatever the content we need, we will load on demand basis, and that's how it is efficient performance. So let me go into the disadvantages of external JavaScript. The main disadvantage of external JavaScript is whenever you want to get that particular file from an external place, you have to use a separate HTTP call for getting that JS file. And if you have only small piece of code, getting whole file from the HTTP call is very hard, and we will be calling two different HTTP calls. One is for HTML, and whatever the dependency JS files are there in that particular HTML file, that will be called independently. And also others can even download the whole JS code whatever we wrote from the browser. So I'll show you how to get the code from the browser in my upcoming videos as well. And also if you have one problem in one JS file, and then all the dependent JS files will also be affected because of that particular problem. You cannot load or you cannot process further because of that particular failure. So we should be very careful whenever we are handling the errors. And also if you have only few lines of JS code, it is always better to use inside our HTML itself. If you have more number of functions, more logic, then it is recommended to use in the external JS. But actually speaking, if you are going with an enterprise level of application or medium scale of application, even for a small scale of application, you will be writing number of lines in JavaScript. So that is why it is not always used as an internal JS, but sometimes you will be using as an internal JS only in few cases, but 90% of applications we will use external JS itself, because our application requires lot of code and lot of reusability, and there should be a proper readability. Otherwise we cannot achieve a very good output by using internal JavaScript. So that's why it is always recommended to go with external JavaScript if you have large amount of code. That's it for this video. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.